Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Orion, and today we're doing something a little bit different than cooking videos, playing music, and reviewing things. I am going to be doing an old video idea I did last year when we were in the middle of a pandemic. We still are, but I'm going to be unboxing, revealing what new is in my collection, my CD and vinyl collection. So please, if you have not already subscribed, click that red button, turn on the notification bell, become part of the Super Chillest family on YouTube. It would mean so much to me if you could take the time to watch a few of these videos, share it to your friends, family, whatever, and one little issue for, just to say right now, for me, is a money issue. I have no income coming from YouTube anymore because AdSense got hacked, as you all know in the last channel update video. My AdSense is not working. I am not collecting any revenue. So if you want to help fund me, my channel, my ideas, my collection, whatever, it just helps me out, you know. Patreon is down below. Now, with all that plugging out of the way, I hope you enjoy, and let's get down into my collection. CDs first and then vinyls next, because it saves me a little bit of a hassle. So the first CD I owned was Shockwave's Supernova by Joe Satriani. So Joe Satriani I did not know back in 2015, 2016 when I got this from my dad for Christmas or my birthday, I don't remember. But I didn't know who Joe Satriani was. I did not know who Buckethead was at the time. Steve Vai. I didn't know what this type of guitar sounded like back then. And my dad just gave it to me because I liked some kind of electronic music at the time. I liked EDM and all that sort of stuff. That was the type of music I was into back in 2015. Can you believe that? I can't. But I love that kind of stuff. I still do. I don't listen to it as much as I used to, but Joe Satriani is just a great guitar player, and I'm glad to have this. My dad saw him live. I'm a little bit jealous about that, but he has signed strings somewhere in the house. But I love the title track and On Purgin' Wings, my favorite songs on the album. Butterfly and Zebra is also pretty good. But great album to have in my collection, the first thing I ever owned on CD. I did not collect any music after getting that album until 2019. So that is 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. That's 4 years without collecting any more music. Any more music for 4 years. I got a compilation from my school for when I graduated high school. 2 years ago, I got a compilation. My high school graduation mix. I'm going to call it that. My teacher is the most creative artist I've ever known. At least in, you know, my school, my private school. I got this album cover compilation. So, I do not have the hair anymore, but I still have the hat. I've been wearing this for like years, man. I mean, I've worn like 2 different fedoras in the past 4 years. So, I'm happy I have the fedora still. A lot of people make fun of me for it on YouTube, but I don't care, man. But let's go over the track listing. Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. Back in Black by AC/DC. Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Dream On by Aerosmith. I'm 18 by Alice Cooper. School's Out by Alice Cooper. Cochise by Audioslave. 1985 by Bowling for Soup. Death Wish, I do not know what this band is, but it was super cool. Death Wish. Metropolis Part 1 by Dream Theater. I Love Rock and Roll, the Joan Jett version, I believe. This Fire, I believe, is that one band that covered Dio. Dazed and Confused by Led Zeppelin. Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. One Step Closer. I do not know this band. Georgia on My Mind is, I think, Stevie Wonder. Maybe, I might be wrong. We Will Rock You by Queen. We Are the Champions by Queen. Tom Sawyer by Rush. Black Magic Woman by Santana, I believe? Maybe? Outshined by Soundgarden. Come Sail Away by Styx. And Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. So that is a good mix of my high school years. I'm only 21, so that was only 2 years ago, you know. But I love this. Love this album cover. It's just, if you're watching my content still, I really appreciate it. Orion album cover. I just wish I had that hair still, man. I don't have the sunglasses either. I have pink ones, but they make me look like a serial killer. You know, the aviators that make me look like Tom Cruise or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. My dog was barking, but what was I saying? Oh yeah! I got this As December Falls album from a Facebook advertisement. They are just basically, you know, a Paramore wannabe, or something like that. Paramore is a good band. I like this band too. They're okay. They're not the best thing in the world, but free stuff, man. I actually had to pay $7 shipping, but free stuff, man. Free stuff. Sonic Youth, Sonic Nurse. I like this album. I don't listen to it as much as I used to, but I like the song Stones, Unmade Bed, and the others I do not remember too much, but Sonic Youth is a good band, and you should definitely check this album out. I love it. This is actually a promo copy of it, because they changed the name for one of the tracks, track 4, from Kim Gordon, from Mariah Carey and the Arthur Doyle hand cream, to Kim Gordon and the Arthur, you know, Doyle hand cream. So this is a promotional copy, so this is pretty cool to have. Pretty rare, I would say. Not really, but you can find it on eBay. Great album. I love the artwork on both sides. I want to get the shirt, but it's just too expensive for me. $20, maybe $50 for that shirt. The Sonic Nurse shirt. But, Jade Bird. I've talked about Jade Bird a lot on this channel. I'm going to just save it a little bit quick. Great vocals. Great guitar. Just a fantastic modern day artist. I just pre-ordered her new album on vinyl. She's bringing it out on August 13th, so check it out whenever it comes out. I'm going to review it as well when I get around to doing that. So Cathedral, Something American, Lottery, Who Wants, and 17 are on this. So demos, Jade Bird demos for Something American. Tragically Hip. Tragically Hip is just a severely underrated band from Canada. My friend showed me this band a couple years ago. It's just, Gord Downey is just an amazing vocalist, great songwriter. I wish people would check out the Tragically Hip, because not a lot of people in the US know about the Tragically Hip unless you're from, like, say, Seattle or that area. Up north, basically, like the border of America. You probably know them in New York as well. It's just very underrated. I love this album. I need to get more albums by the Tragically Hip. I want to get the one with In View and The Lonely End of the Rink on it. That is my personally favorite Tragically Hip album. Gift Shop, Springtime in Vienna, Ahead by a Century, Don't Wake Daddy, Flamenco, 700-Foot Ceiling, Butts Wigglin', Apartment Song, Coconut Cream, Let's Stay Engaged, Sherpa, Put It Off are on this album. Just an incredible, just laid back album. I love the album cover too. It's really cool. Backside too. Yeah. Just an incredible Canadian band. I wish I had more albums by them. I just get sidetracked and forget that I, have that. Now, false advertising is I would say they're more of a grunge band, so they're like, I would say UK grunge punk mashup with, some pop elements in there, pop punk, grunge kind of music. But I love this album. This is their not self-titled, this is called Brain Freeze. I want to get the self-titled. I haven't listened to that one too fully, but I found this band on Bandcamp. I do not regret it at all, because Bandcamp, you can find a lot of music on there, and I found this band on there. Influenza, Uncomfortable. We've heard this all before. You Said, You Weren't in My Dream, You Won't Feel Love, Personal Gain, At the Top, Wasted Days, So Long. It just feels like a soundtrack to my life right now. Because the coronavirus, it feels good. This album is a winner for me. I love this band, by the way. Now, moving on, we have Master of Puppets. You all know, my name is Orion. Now, this isn't my personal favorite Metallica album, but it has my theme song on it, so I like it. My favorite song on it is obviously Orion. We have Battery, Master of Puppets, Thing That Should Not Be, Welcome Home Sanitarium, Disposable Heroes, Leaper Messiah, Orion, and then Damage Incorporated. Now, this is a good Metallica album. I love it. I want Ride the Lightning, though. Ride the Lightning has always been my personal favorite Metallica album, because Creeping Death, the title track, I love those two songs because it just brings me back to my downloading music to MP3 player days, and I want it on CD. I want Injustice for All because I have the shirt. My brother gave me the shirt before the album. It's very sad. Cry for me. Morphine, Yes, and Cure for Pain. Now, these are new in my collection. I've always loved jazz. I have a fedora, I obviously like jazz. I love the sound of the saxophone. I love the sound of just these baritone saxes mixed with the vocals, the sax, the bass, the slide bass. Mark Sandman with the slide bass is just incredible, and it just flows so well. I love this band so much. I want to collect all their albums on vinyl. I just don't have the budget for that right now. I'm going to rebuy these on vinyl, of course. Morphine, Cure for Pain. It feels so right for now. Donna, Buena, I'm Free Now, All Wrong, Candy, Head with Wings, In Spite of Me, Thursday, Cure for Pain, Mary, Won't You Call My Name, Let's Take a Trip Together, and Sheila, and Miles Davis's Funeral. I love this album. Personal favorite from Morphine. I don't know if that's their biggest hit, but I personally love both of these albums equally. Honey White, Scratch, Radar, Whisper, Yes, All Your Way, Super Sex, I've Had My Chance, The Jury, Sharks, Free Love, Gone for Good. My first song I heard by Morphine was Scratch, and it fits so perfectly for what I'm feeling right now, because I'm basically, I unlisted everything, all those memes, and I'm basically starting over from scratch. So this has been on loop for a while. It's just, these albums are just so relatable. I love Mark Sandman, his music, and the saxophone, and everything about this band is perfect. So moving on, we have another collection right here. Alice in Chains. Now, my first ever Alice in Chains album I purchased was Dirt and Unplugged. Dirt and Unplugged are one of my personal favorites of Alice in Chains. I need to get Jar of Flies, and the self-titled, because those albums just hold up so well, and I really want to get those. But from Not Lane era, we have Black Gives Way to Blue. Now this, I was freaking amazed by this. Jerry and William Duvall are just amazing duo. I just love this duo, and Jerry's always good. I really need to get Jerry's solo albums as well. All Secrets Known, Check My Brain, Last of My Kind, Your Decision, Looking in View, When the Sun Rose Again, Acid Bubble, Lesson Learned, Take Her Out, Private Hell, Black Gives Way to Blue. Just a incredible album. An incredible album with incredible vocals, guitar, everything about this is epic and dandy and super cool. You gotta check out Jerry's solo albums, because Jerry is just an incredible artist that everybody should listen to at least once in their life. Jerry Cantrell is the guitar riff god. So, yeah, I love this album. Now, we have a Alice in Chains compilation. This has Get Born Again on it, and We Die Young, Man in the Box, Them Bones, Iron Gland, Angry Chair, Down in a Hole, Rooster, Got Me Wrong, No Excuses, Stay Away, I Stay Away, What the Hell Have I, Grind, Again, and Wood. It's just, I wish they had Died on here, because Died and Get Born Again were the last Alice in Chains songs, and they creep me out. But man, Lane is just, as I said with Jerry, Lane is up there as one of the best vocalists and songwriters. He's not really a guitar player, but not as much as Jerry, you know. But Lane is just, he can go from, you know, what's he called, glam metal to porno music, you know, disco. He did disco before he was in Alice in Chains. It's just, the dude is just so haunted. It makes me sad every time I read about his backstory and the way he, you know, died. It's just, I love his music. It's just, Alice in Chains is a band that everybody should listen to at least once in their lifetime, even if they don't like grunge and, you know, metal and rock and stuff like that. It's just Alice in Chains. It gets deep to the soul and to the point. But compilation I got from these two, I got at the mall. These Alice in Chains albums, and let me move this for a second. I'm glad I got those at the mall, because it was only like, I'd say, $20 for both of them? Maybe? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I got it for cheap at the mall. Now, my personal two favorite albums from Seattle, from the best grunge band ever, Tad. Tad is the best grunge band ever, and the realest grunge band ever. The only other one that is real enough is Mudhoney and Green River. Tad is just a frickin' chainsaw badass. And he is like the coolest member grunge icon you can ever have from Seattle. I love this album so much. Jack Pepsi. Help me, Jack Pepsi. And then we have God's Balls. I love this album as well. Personal favorite from Tad, actually. Behemoth, Pork Chop, Heliot, Tuna Car, Sex God, Missy, Lumberjack Mix, Cyanide Bath, Boiler Room, Satan's Chainsaw, Hollow Man, and Nipple Belt. Then you have Jinx, Giant Killer, Stumbling Man, Wired God, Jack Pepsi, Candy, Delinquent, 3D Witch Hunt, Crane's Cafe, Plague Years, Flame Tavern, Trash Truck, and there's demos on it as well. Now, this is just best group, best grunge band, I said. I love Tad. He's doing some weird stuff, like doing orchestra music, and he was featured on the Alice in Chains. They won a reward last year for something, I don't know what it was, but they did Tad, Soundgarden and Tad doing a cover of Angry Chair. So the dude is freaking awesome, and I want to get some more Tad albums on, vinyl and CD eventually, but I had to get the CD because I'm cheap, And they're great albums. Just personal favorites from Tad, and let's move on to this pile. Now, this pile is the Days of the New collection I have. I wish they were on vinyl, but, Travis didn't want it on vinyl back then, I guess. He only put one song on vinyl. It was Touch, Peel, and Stand, the single, 7-inch single. I really need to get that, but, I just can't do it. I can't get that. It's super rare. But, going in order, we have Live Bootleg, and I've talked about Days of the New a lot on this channel the past probably couple of years at this point. I find Travis Meeks the most influential acoustic guitar player I've ever heard in my life. Travis Meeks just wants me to get better at guitar. Travis Meeks wants me to make music of my own and become this world music, jazz, fusion, whatever. I just want to get better at acoustic guitar because of Travis Meeks. He's just... Every time I listen to his magic acoustic guitar playing technique, it's just... I wish people would give this stuff a chance, because it's rated so badly on Rate Your Music or whatever. It's not grunge at all. Travis Meeks is not grunge. It's acoustic guitar, magic, world music, whatever. And this is the best live album I've ever heard in my life. Other than Soundgarden, other than Nirvana, whatever. This is the best album. Best live album I've ever heard in my life. It's just Travis Meeks and his guitar, and the fans, of course, in the background. Words, Freak, How Do You Know You, Shelf in the Room, I Think, Orch of the Medium, The Downtown, Solitude, Dirty Road, Enemy, Touch, Peel, and Stand. Just a fantastic album. I love it. Now, this was the first CD I actually bought on my own last year with the candy bar, Mr. Goodbar. I'm just happy this was the first thing I bought, because this is the first CD I actually owned physically with my YouTube currency that I've earned up over the past year or so, 2 years. 2019 is when I started making revenue. So, Shelf in the Room, Touch, Peel, and Stand, Face of the Earth, Solitude, The Downtown, What's Left for Me, Freak, Now, Whimsical, Where I Stand, How Do You Know You, Cling, and then the boner track. I've talked about this so many times. This is one of the best self-titled albums, the best releases of the 90s. Even last week, or yesterday, Billboard gave Touch, Peel, and Stand the #1 spot for the most mainstream rock song in the past 4 years. So, definitely earned best self-titled album from 1997. Just check out this album. It's required because Travis Meeks is just so underrated, man. Green. We have Green. I've talked about this as well a lot. Flight Response, The Real, Enemy, Weapon in the Wound, Skeleton Key, Take Me Back, Then Bring Yourself, I Think, Longfellow, the intro track, Province of Tragedy, Not the Same Provider, last one. This one, in particular, is my favorite Travis Meeks album that is released. As you all know, on the internet, Travis Meeks has a lot of unreleased music, and it basically outshines most of his studio stuff. We all know this. I know this. Travis Meeks is just a phenomenal artist, and this, in my opinion, I think is his masterpiece until Purple comes out. Days of the New, Green. It's just, I love the artwork. It fits well with Diablo, Skyrim, frickin' Red Dead Redemption. It fits well with anything, really. Any video game. It just feels like a soundtrack. It feels like a soundtrack to my life, too. Travis Meeks, Days of the New Green. I love it. The most epic soundtrack I've ever heard, or album I've ever heard. Honestly, one of my favorite albums of all time. Probably is my favorite album of all time. Other than, Yellow here. Red. Now, Red was the first Days of the New album I actually heard. So, the first song I heard off this album was Dirty Road. My camera cut out for time limits, but I was talking about Dirty Road. So the first song I heard from Days of the New was Dirty Road. And Dirty Road is the most relatable, the most beautiful, everything is great about Dirty Road. Dirty Road is just an incredible song. It brings me to tears almost every time. The song after Dirty Road, few years after Dirty Road was released on this album, Travis wrote Dope Road. 2002, I believe. This came out in 2001, I think. The year after, actually. So, Dope Road is just also incredible from Travis's collection of songs that aren't released. This album in particular, I'm getting used to this. This album was the first album of Days that I actually ended up enjoying the most. It was Yellow and Red. Until I got into Green, which I think was the most hardest album to listen to first, because it's his most experimental sound, and I think it's just a masterpiece now. So this, in particular, is a fantastic album. I think this just goes well for any car ride trip. Hang on to this, Fighting with Clay, Days in Our Life, Die Born, Best of Life, Dirty Road, Where Are You, Never Drown, Words, Once Again, Giving In, and Dancing with the Wind. This album is just, of course, is the last album of Travis's, released material from 20 years ago. I think it's just an incredible album to listen to in the car, like all of Travis's music. This one, I love every single song off of, like the others, but in particular, there's 3 songs I tend to listen to the most: Die Born and Dirty Road and Dancing with the Wind. And the new one that I've recently really took me a while to get into was Giving In. Now, Giving In is the most sounding Doors song of Travis's material. As you all know, Travis labeled one of his influences as the Doors. He even covered the end. You can check that out in the description or a card on the screen. Travis Meeks is just, I would say, the most modern day Jim Morrison you can have, because they struggle with drug addiction. They have the most beautiful sounding vocals and music ever to be recorded. A lot of people won't agree with me with the Doors, but Travis Meeks, you can't deny. I can't deny. No one can deny this. Travis Meeks is the most unique, tortured, beautiful soul that there is on the planet, that we still have. And he didn't die like the others. You know, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, Lane Staley, Kurt Cobain. They all had it coming. But Travis Meeks is here. Still. With us. He's somewhere making songs still. Just recovering. Getting better. I don't know. We all don't know where Travis Meeks is. But this album is the last album that he ever released in the studio for the past 20 years, as you all know. 2021 is 20 years since the anniversary of this released album. I wish Purple was out, but I just hope Travis makes it out of the drug addiction, and just the best wishes for him possible, because he just gets a lot of trash on these stupid review sites like Rate Your Music. They don't give it a chance at all. It just bugs me to death, you know? Travis Meeks is just incredible. I love it. Every single song he's recorded. I might be the most biggest fan out there that has a YouTube channel worth an audience, but I'm being honest, dude. It's a great collection to have. I still need to collect a few more Days of the New Things, like the definitive collection, the VHS tape of the live performance, a few rare CDs, like singles, the B-sides, but you can all download them on the internet like everybody else does with Travis's rare songs. I keep a collection in MP3s. Kind of makes me a little bit, feel like I'm stealing, but, keeping that collection to share to the world. Not really, I'm not doing that. I'm not sharing every song, but you know what I mean. Keeping it to just keep that music still alive and just talk about it every single day. It's just great. Now, moving on from that, I bought Half Baked soundtrack. This goes along with Days of the New because seasons change. My personal favorite of Travis's released, songs on an album, even though this is a compilation soundtrack, it is released for everyone to enjoy on this soundtrack. But, in my opinion, Darkness and Sunshine is a little bit better than this song, but, that's my opinion. Seasons Change is Travis's best song, one of his best songs. And this album has a lot of stoner songs. Why is Travis on this album? I don't understand, but it's a great album. Nonetheless, I like every single song on this. It's just a lot of, stuff to smoke weed to and hit a bong. But, yeah. Great stoner album. I need to watch this movie. I have the soundtrack. I need to see the movie. I know these songs don't come in the movie, but That's what marketing is for, right? To put songs on an album, a soundtrack, that isn't even in the movie, sometimes. But anyway, moving on. We have another collection on this side. We have Abba and the Bee Gees. Bee Gees and Abba. Now, I bought these at Walmart. I got these at Walmart. These two albums were on sale at Walmart. This was, I don't know how much these were, but I love the Bee Gees. I've recently been on a disco kick as of lately. Been listening to a lot of, I hint it as porno music, but the Bee Gees, you know, they're the best porno music group you can ever have, right? You got Massachusetts, World, Words, I've got to get a message to you. I've started to joke. Don't forget to remember, Lonely Days. Lonely Days is a pretty much accurate song of how I'm feeling right now. How can you mind a broken heart? Jive talking. You know, you should be dancing. Love so right. How deep is your love? Staying alive. Night fever. Too much heaven. Tragedy. Love you inside out. You win again. And Man in the Middle. One thing I want to say. My favorite Bee Gees song is Alone. It's not on this compilation. I thought it was, but it isn't. Alone is my favorite Bee Gees song. It's just, it feels right for how I'm feeling right now and how everyone's feeling probably in their life. The Bee Gees they are an incredible group, the best porno disco group you can ever have in your life. The Bee Gees are great. Abba, I haven't listened to Abba in like years, but this is my personal favorite Abba compilation, Gold. You have Dancing Queen, Knowing Me, Knowing You, Take a Chance on Me, Mamma Mia, Lay All Your Love on Me, Super Trooper, I Have a Dream, The Winner Takes It All, Money, 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 So Much Funny, SOS, Chiquita, Fernando, Valvus, Gimme, 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 A Man After Midnight, Does Your Mother Know, One of Us, The Name of the Game, Thank You for the Music, Waterloo. ABBA is another porno disco group. Everyone should listen to ABBA at least once in their life at, like, you know, a bar. A gay bar. Probably. I don't know. I ain't going to one, but I know a lot of people here at those. Femboy Hooters probably too. But ABBA and Bee Gees are the best porno groups you can ever have. Porno music groups. So I'll just put that over there. Now, going down, we have Veruca Salt. I haven't listened to Veruca Salt in a long time, but this is my personal favorite Veruca Salt album. Straight Volcano Girls. Don't Make Me Prove It. Awesome. One Last Time with David Bowie, Benjamin, Shutterbug, The Morning Sad, Sound of the Bell, Loneliness is Worse, Stone Face, Venus Mantrap, Earth Crosser, and yeah, that's Veruca Salt's Eight Arms to Hold You. I love the song Straight, Volcano Girls, and The Morning Sad. Those are my favorite 1, 2, 3 songs on this album. You should check it out. This is a great album to like play on guitar. At least Volcano Girls, but I found this in Rocksmith as DLC and just picked it up. And I just been enjoying this. Last year I enjoyed this so much, I bought it on CD. And then we have Madison, which is another folk artist like Jade Bird. Madison is great. I don't listen to them too much, but, you know, they're just artists to pick up. They're very underrated in Canada, and not a lot of people know them as much as Jade Bird and, you know, other things. Mountain Air, Sorry, Crystal Clear, In the End, Wild Roses, album version, Differences, Fiction, Three Crows at the Funeral Home, Days Off, Reflections, and then Contrast. Madison is a very up-and-coming artist you should check out. I personally like this album, and you should check it out. But yeah, that's all I have from that. Now these are, I'm going into a couple of free albums I got with a collection. Like, you know how eBay does these bundles where you get you buy 3 albums and then you get 1 free? I got 2 of those, actually. I got this Insomnia music collection, Gentle Percussion, The Sounds of Nature, Electrifying Thunderstorms. It's basically an insomnia sleep inducer album. Basically, you put this on when you're trying to sleep, and it helps you probably. I don't personally listen to this. It's just here in my house. I have the burden of, you know, having it. But yeah, that's basically what this is. Insomnia music. Insomnia music. Yeah. And we have a random metalcore album that I do not like. I do not care about. It's just, it's good. It's cool music, but it's just sounds so generic. Like they want to be, what's it called? Avenged Sevenfold or something like that. It's just, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all, but yeah, it's cool to have in my collection nonetheless. You know, free music, man. Free music. Now, we're getting deep in here. I'm going to split this video in 2 sections. This will be part 1, the CDs, and then I'll do, next week, I'll release the vinyls. So we have Nirvana's live album, From the Muddy Banks of Wishkah. Intro track, School, Drain You, Aneurysm, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Been a Sun, Lithium, Silver, Slither, Spank Through, Scentless Apprentice, Heart-Shaped Box, Milk It, Negative Creep, Polly, Breed, Tourette's, Blue. My personal favorites on this is Blue and Negative Creep. Maybe Milk It too. Milk It was the reason I bought this album. And Blue. So, great live album to have on CD of Nirvana's collection. I'll put this on the floor. Now, going into studio albums, we have Bleach, my personal favorite Nirvana album of their, you know, albums they have. Blue, Floyd the Barber, About a Girl. School, Love Buzz, Paper Cuts, Negative Creep, Scuff, Swap Meat, Mr. Mustache, Sifting, Big Cheese, and then Downer. And then they have the live part of the album as well. This is the deluxe edition. I got this at Walmart for like 15 bucks. I had a gift card. This is when I was starting to go broke in my bank account. I'm not too broke, but I'm not making money from YouTube at the moment. But I got this a long time ago. Bleach by Nirvana. My personal favorite. Nevermind, we all know how this one sounds. Smells Like Teen Spirit, En Bloom, Come As You Are, Breed, Lithium, Poly, Territorial Pissing, Strain You, Lounge Jack, Stay Away, On a Plane, and Something in the Way. And the bonus track, Endless Nameless. Great album. Not my personal favorite Nirvana album, but it's always good to come back to. In Utero. We all know how this one is. Scentless Apprentice, Serve the Serpents, Heart-Shaped Box, Rape Me, Francis Farmer Will Have a Revenge on Seattle, Dumb, Variape, Milk It, Pan-Royalty, Radio-Friendly Unit Surfer, and then Tourette's and All Apologies. In Utero. Great album. And my second favorite from Nirvana, Dandelion. Now, this is a rare, one of the most obscure, they're not from Seattle, they're from Pennsylvania, but one of the most obscure grunge bands that no one knows about because they're very unknown. But Dandelion is just incredible. They were like Silverchair and Mudhoney and Nirvana all mashed together in Pennsylvania. Past the Stone, Weird Out, Trailer Park Girl, What a Drag, Super Cool, Retard, False Alarm, Chapped, Whatever, Snow Job, Viva Knievel, Melon from Heaven, and then I think that's it. Yeah, Dandelion. The second Dandelion album. And then you have I Think I'm Gonna Be Sick by Dandelion. This is their first album. They only have 2 albums, but Waiting for a Ride, Under My Skin, Nothing to Say, Outside, Onion Field, Digging a Hole, Thorn, Play That Song, I Can Remember, In My Room, and Weight of the World. A great album. Great band, in particular. I need to listen to more Dandelion. I forget I have these albums from time to time, but Dandelion. The Posies, Frosting on the Beater, classic. I need to get more Posies albums, but this is my personal favorite from the Posies, probably, at the time being. Yeah. Great album. I'm going to put this on the floor as well. Softy. Now this is my most obscure album that I own on CD at the time being. This album is from Seattle. The guy from Coffin Break is in this band. I don't know any of the other members, but the lead singer of Coffin Break is a part of this band. And Indecision, Sometimes, Blame, Famished, Burn, Pressure, Walk Left, Nothing for You, Slower, and Sift are the tracks on this album. I personally love this band so much. One of the best grunge bands of Seattle, other than Daddy Hate Box and Coffin Break. And of course I said Tad is the most best band from Seattle. So yeah. I have Coffin Break, Crawl. This is my, probably my second favorite Coffin Break album. I personally like Psychosis and Rupture, but they're split, you know. So Psychosis is number 1 for me. Wiser, Crawl, For Beth, American Dream, Unsanity, Registered, Mind Waltz, Stop, Pray, Why Should I, On My Own, Not Now, Rewind, Cry, and Lies are the tracks on this album. And it's just a fantastic grunge record, like all I mentioned, you know, in my collection here. But I collect this stuff because I just like obscure music, and Coffin Break's one of those obscure bands that I really enjoy. We have Psychosis and Rupture. I personally just flipped the album cover around, but Rupture, Psychosis. It's a compilation of both their first albums. World, Fringe, 39, Vision of Never, Quiet Earth, Kill the President, Rosie Pitcher, Diane, which is a Husker Du cover. Pop Fanatic, Just Say No, Tuesday, Thursday Man, Rarg, Nursing Home Child, No Respect, No Respect, and then Drip. Psychosis, Stupid Love Song, Flesh Field, Promise, Look Away, Hopeless, Blind Tony, The Chosen, White Collar Man, Noise Patch are the tracks on the album. And this is the best grunge album, other than Tad over there, from Seattle. At least a compilation, you know, of the first 2 albums of the band. Great. Just obviously great. And then the last Coffin Break album that is out because they broke up in 93, I think, 94, I don't remember. You got Coffin Break, Coffin Break 13. Cloud, Wasted Time, Our World Now, Old and Jaded, Regression, Truth, So Long to Reality, Someday Maybe, Sorry, Wartime, Without a Doubt, Units, and Hole in the Sky, which is a Black Sabbath cover. This is a very doomer. A lot of Coffin Break's music is very doomer tunes. A lot of the grunge stuff too. It just fits well with the times, and Coffin Break is very epic, as we all know. From Seattle, of course. Most of you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but Coffin Break is one of my favorite bands from Seattle. Now, moving on to our last two groups of the category, we have this big pile right here. We have Sonic Youth, Rather Ripped. This is another album I got in a bundle with Dirty here, Sonic Youth Dirty, which this is my second favorite Sonic Youth album. My favorite Sonic Youth album I do not own yet is Washing Machine. It has Junkie's Promise on it. I personally, this is the first Sonic Youth album I actually got into actually listening to, because I wasn't huge into Sonic Youth. I wasn't huge into noise music. I thought it was like too loud, too obnoxious, I don't want to listen to this. Why is this music? That was my mood 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know. I just got into Sonic Youth just a little bit too late. And I appreciate it a lot more because, as you know, the Velvet Underground, Jimi Hendrix, did it all before Sonic Youth even existed. So, you just have to appreciate everything Sonic Youth has done with this album, you know. You got 100%, Swimsuit Issue, Theresa Sound World, Drunken Butterfly, Shoot, Wish Fulfillment, Sugarcane, Orange, Rolls, Angel Spit, Youth Against Fascism, Nick Fit, On the Strip, Chapel Hill, JC, Purr, Cream Brulee. It's just a fantastic 1992 record, because this just, you know how Nirvana and all that stuff like paved the way for 90s alternative rock. Well, Sonic Youth just made noise rock more, you know, accessible, more recognized with this release. I think it was either Kurt Cobain or I think, yeah, the guy who produced In Utero or Nevermind produced this album as well. So cool. And Rather Ripped is the early 2000s Sonic Youth, and I think it's alright. I think it's a good album. It's got Incinerate on it, so there's a few songs that I listen to every now and then. I just don't listen to it too often, you know. Pink Steam or Turquoise Boy, Rats, What a Waste, James Run Free. It's a lot of songs I can't read right now, but great album. Dinosaur Jr. My favorite Dinosaur Jr. album, personally. I need to get one more Dinosaur Jr. album that I've been getting into Dinosaur Jr. a lot. I want to get You're Living All Over Me, which is the first. A lot of people credit Dinosaur Jr. as bringing back indie rock to the mainstream, or bringing indie rock into the mainstream, basically, with their you know, jazz masters and stuff like that. Dinosaur Jr. is just a really underrated band, I would say. Just like Sonic Youth. They're not really well known as, you know, modern music goers, and people, a lot of people forget about them. unless you're like huge into music, indie rock and noise rock and grunge and all that stuff. It's just over your shoulder was the first Sonic Youth's, Dinosaur Jr. song I actually got into. Like, that song in particular brought me into this kind of scene, this music scene of noise rock and indie music, similar to Sonic Youth and Dinosaur Jr. It's just, you get them mixed up a lot. Kind of. At least me, Dinosaur Jr., great band. Great album, too. I need to get the other album I just mentioned earlier, You're Living All Over Me, eventually on CD. Or vinyl. I don't know. I've already reviewed this on the channel. If you want to check it out, I'll put the card on the screen. But King Missile's Happy Hour. King Missile is the best band to exist, other than Days of the New. King Missile, John S. Hall is a legend. I've already said this in my review. He is the most creative lyricist, creative poet to ever grace the earth other than Jim Morrison. The most relatable, the most beautiful, the most hilarious songwriter to ever exist. I need mystical shit on CD or vinyl. I don't know. I need to buy those, but that album in particular. You have Sync, Martin Scorsese, Why Are We Trapped? It's Saturday, Void, Voltra Void, Metanoia, Detachable Penis, Take Me Home, Ed, Anywhere, The Evil Children, Glass, and King Murdoch, I'm Sorry, Heaven, Happy Hour, the title track. Now, King Missile, I found through my Discover Weekly Spotify, I found the song Detachable Penis. And you know what happened after that? I listened to every song King Missile's ever done, and I find a lot of joy into it. And King Missile invented penis music. King Missile invented penis music. What am I saying again? Yeah, King Missile invented penis music. Great album. The Way to Salvation. This is my personal favorite King Missile album I own on CD. Other than, self-titled right here. This has Sex With You on it. The Dinosaur song. Frick, there's a lot of songs on this I like. It's a lot of randomness, and I love randomness. It's like, they have a song called Sex With You, which is a parody of Frank Zappa, I think. It's just, every single thing is just, John doing random stuff. Like I said, penis music and poetry and everything else in between. It's just King Missile. You gotta get this album. It's mystical and everything in between. Then King Missile's self-titled album, which is also penis music, mystical shit, and poetry. Love Is, What If, Let's Have Sex, Pigs Will Fly, These People, Open Up, Wind Up Toys, Dolores, Tongue, The Dishwasher, Socks, Bloodletting, Lies, The Commercial, King David's Direge, I don't know what that says, Palm, Happy Note. This album is a classic, like all of King Missile's albums. Penis music, poetry, and mystical shit all in between. Great album. I'm losing my throat, my vocal ability, so I'm gonna open a Pepsi so I can, get hydrated, get unhydrated, and actually have the ability to talk. Now, this is the end of part 1 right here, with the thing I left for last because a lot of people would make fun of me for having 3 Nickelback CDs. So, we have, let's just go in order, shall we? We have The State. Now, this is my personal favorite Nickelback album. It gets a lot of, they get a lot of hate and bash and everything, memed a lot. But Nickelback, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. Not one bit. Breathe, Cowboy Hat, Leader of Men, Old Enough, Worthy to Say, Digging This, Deep, One Last Run, Not Leaving Yet, Hold Out Your Hand, and then Leader of Men again in the acoustic guitar version. I personally love this Nickelback album. Do not leave hate comments for this, but I love Nickelback. Personal favorite from them. I love their early stuff. What can I say? Now, the album that came after that was the very cursed album release date. September 11th, 2001 is when Nickelback released this album. But they probably pushed it back because of the events, or it just released on that day. Who knows? Never Again, How You Remind Me, Woke Up This Morning, Too Bad, Just For, Hollywood, Money Bought, Where Do I Hide, Hangnail, and Good Times Gone. This is classic Nickelback right here. The slide guitar on Good Times Gone, it's so freaking good. Like, I love the slide guitar on that song in particular. Nickelback, this is a great Nickelback album, and about as good as The State, but a little bit lesser down. They went into the route of uncreative lyrics, and just it's pretty a lot of people will say generic and stuff like that, but How You Remind Me and Good Times Gone, it's alright. It's an alright album, you know. A couple of favorites on there, but, you know, not something I would listen to every single day. I've been doing that a while, just for funsies, but, you know, Nickelback is cool. Now, we have the meme. This has photograph on it. Follow you home, fight for all the wrong reasons, photograph, animals saving me, far away, the next contestant, Side of a Bullet, which is a, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Side of a Bullet is about Dimebag Darrell dying, you know, his death in the early 2000s. I think 2004 or something like that, 2004, 2003, I don't remember when Dimebag died, but it was on the day John Lennon died in 1980. But that's something that I appreciate Nickelback for doing, because Pantera is a great band, and a lot of people don't like Pantera in the metal community, I guess, but Pantera is cool. Everyone Cared. If Everyone Cared, Someone That You're With, and then Rockstar, which is another meme, another hit of theirs, which is very memed a lot. All I remember Rockstar for is when Shoe Nice, you know, the classic old Shoe Nice, was out doing a bike ride, singing the lyrics to Rockstar, probably stoned out of his mind, doing some douchebag bike rides. So, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that too much, but Nickelback, all the right reasons. Now, that was my CD collection. Part 2, which is going to be my vinyl collection, will be out sometime next week. So, if you enjoyed this long-ass video, please consider hitting that red button, turn on the notification bell, become part of the Super Chill family on YouTube. And one thing I need to say before this video ends, if you want to become a Patreon, if you want to help me fund my videos and keep me productive on this channel, I do have a Patreon down below. I I don't plan to do anything just yet, but Patreon is there for people that can help me fund my videos and my ideas, my vision for the channel in the future. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed, and you keep it super chill. I'll be back with part 2 next week, and I'll see you in the future. See ya. Stay super chill.